Now, our next guest is someone you might recognise from Love Island. Have a little look.
Hi, boys.
Hello. You OK?
Good, how are you?
I like someone quite spontaneous. Like, I'm really spontaneous. I want someone who's going to keep me on my toes.
Bad boy.
You could say that.
Well, that is Zara McDermott, the former Love Island contestant and influencer, is now using her platform to help those who have experienced or been affected by eating disorders. In her latest documentary, she sets out to discover how far social media influencers like herself might actually be part of the problem and hopes to raise awareness of a growing issue among young people. Sadly, take a look.
My boyfriend at the time posted a picture and it had 1,200 comments. 99% were body shaming me. How much of an impact is social media having?
I wish I never calorie counted. It changed the way that I thought about myself.
I would hate to think that I cause an eating disorder. I don't want to be part of the problem. If I am, I need to understand why.
Oh, and as you can see, Zara joins us now. Good to have you on.
Hi, Zara.
Thank you for having me.
So this is so interesting, just learning about your story. You developed an eating disorder. So it's called disordered eating because there's various ways of looking at how eating disorders work. But this is something that you developed post the Love Island show.
Well, I actually experienced a lot of trolling post Love Island, and, you know, my experience after the show, you know, there was a lot of body expectations, as there are on a lot of women. I was very fortunate to have an amazing kind of support network around me that ensured that I wasn't one to develop a severe eating disorder. But I think all of us at some point in our lives have struggled with disordered eating. And, you know, that's something that I really wanted to unlock in this film.
And what did you learn about, you know, maybe some of your own posts or watching the posts of others and particularly looking at the comments and the impact that can have on others who are looking at that?
Absolutely. I mean, I, like a lot of other people, wanted to get fit and healthy during lockdown. A lot of us embarked on our own kind of fitness journeys, and that just meant that there was a massive influx of diet-related content, healthy-related content, and, you know, I was actually feeding into that by posting a lot of my own content about my diet, what I ate in a day, what exercises I was doing, you know, allowing people to essentially mimic exactly what I was doing. And I didn't realise, actually, at the time, how much of a damaging impact that can have and how much of a damaging impact influencer culture in general can have on the most vulnerable people in our society.
First of all, those trolls, let me at them, because, Zara, you are perfection personified. You're so beautiful.
So nice.
Cannot believe that you let these haters just get to you, but it's very easily happen. It can easily happen. In terms of, though, your responsibility, you've been looking at, as you said, yourself and how you affect maybe anybody, not even girls as well, not even just women and girls, even men. What kind of responsibility do you have in all of this?
I mean, I think all of us now more than ever have a responsibility to be posting content that cannot and should not be perceived as harmful. We can all do it. We can all post something really blasé that we don't actually think could have a really significant impact on someone. So it's a lot of things. It's about not posting numerical values on food. It's not posting what I eat in a day's, making people mimic exactly what you're doing. It's not focusing too much on how you look. It's actually about who you are, and that's something that I took away from this journey, for sure.
And I'm aware there's always people watching this who might be experiencing a problem themselves or thinking about one of their friends or someone in their own family. What sort of advice is there? I know you covered this in the documentary as well, but what should people do if they're struggling or they know someone who is?
I mean, definitely try and have a conversation with that person, not around a time that's distressing for them. So a lot of the time people will have those conversations with the most vulnerable people around meal times because it's easy to bring it up, but actually that's not the best thing to do. Take that person away from an environment that may distress them, have a conversation, make sure they speak to their GP is the main thing. The GP can direct you for help.
Has it made you see Love Island differently? Do you watch it through different eyes, having made this documentary now, do you think?
I don't think Love Island so much, because it was a really positive experience for me, the show, but I think coming
It is a lot
out
about
of it,
body image, though, isn't it? Like a lot of programmes on TV. It's not just Love Island.
Totally, but at the time, you know, I was only 21 and I hadn't even looked at myself in the mirror and thought there was anything wrong with me. It was only afterwards that I had that negative experience after, you know, the influx of followers and everything. So, yeah, I think that the post stuff is a lot more thoughtful.
So what's your advice, girls, women, men out there looking at your posts and any post, indeed, on social media? What's your advice in terms of how they take it in?
I mean, I think that we are all guilty of putting our best foot forward on social media and Instagram especially, and always posting the perfect life. I think as influencers, we should stop trying to be perfect all the time, and I think that we should take everything we see with a pinch of salt.
Imperfections are great as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've got loads of them.
Same here.
Zara, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you. Thanks for coming on the programme.
Thank you.